Alright, so you're you're suddenly really confused about why you don't want to be with this beautiful woman. She turns around, she looks at you, and in the light and everything, and you just feel almost dizzy, and you don't know what to do.
Oh god, okay. So, yeah, I just sort of reach out for her hand and let her lead me wherever.
Okay. Let me check something here.
Please don't die in your backstory.
What am I looking for? Okay. I see what's going on. Alright, so she just takes you back to her house, to her dorm room. And just puts on some smooth music, and then she wants to start making out with you. And when she does, it's go ahead and give me another conviction roll.
Oh, God.
Okay. Is this to resist seduction or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I argue for invoking trapped by incompetence?
How?
That's how
How's it
could
apply
be
here?
just, I don't know, the way I'm imagining it in my head is oh god, I don't know what to do with a woman. Why would I attempt to do anything with a woman?
Okay.
She'd just laugh at me.
Okay. Sure.
So, I decide what I want to do with it afterwards, right?
Yeah, roll your empathy first.
Empathy?
Yeah.
Or conviction?
You can use empathy here.
Okay.
Alright, what do you want to do with it? She's going to succeed either way.
I mean, hypothetically, you can match. But
right. That's a very low chance. It's a 10% chance.
It's most likely not going to happen.
Okay. It's either match or fail less, I guess. It's either attempt to do better or fail less.
Right.
Does it matter how close? Is the closer he gets, the more he will resist, or the less effective she will be?
Right. It definitely matters how effective she is in this attack.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, this is actually an attack.
I want to reroll.
Okay. Alright, that didn't do it. So you're going to take 5 points of mental stress.
Damn.
That's a lot of mental stress. How does taking mental stress work?
That would knock me out.
So 2 mental stress will knock you out. You need to lower this number to less than 2. And the way you
Okay.
can do that is only by taking a moderate consequence.
Okay.
So you get to pick what the consequence is. But what is the consequence of her, like, I'll just say it, she's also a white court vampire and she's feeding off you now.
Oh, okay.
So while you feed off of shame, she feeds off confusion and ecstasy. So you're just like utterly confused about what you can do. Like you don't understand why this is happening, but you're just too happy to do anything about it.
Yeah. So how long do moderate? So could it just be like drained or something?
Oh yeah, you can be emotionally drained. I think they last to the end of the scene. Let me check. No, longer than that.
Yeah, they lasted I thought like a month or two.
Let me check.
For moderate.
So I haven't used consequences in a while. Maybe I'll go to the beginning and look there. Let's go to page 220.
And that puts me at 1 mental stress, right?
Yeah. Yeah, she was before she incited confusion in you. And now she's feeding off that confusion.
Okay. So can I fight back or whatever?
Yeah.
Like just through inciting confusion and feeding off that confusion? Not confusion, shame.
Yeah, you have to try and feed off her confusion if you want to fight her in the same way she's fighting you.
Yeah.
So confusion leads to shame, which leads to more confusion. This is like a snowball effect.
Right.
Yep. So deceit?
Okay, hold on. Mild consequences last until the end of the next scene. Moderate consequences last until the end of the next session, after recovery begins. So, for 2 sessions, you'll have this consequence.
Oh, wow.
Assuming you do something about it in the first session. Okay, so hopefully we won't have too much combat in our first session. So you'll have time to heal from this. But, yeah, what do you want to do? Do you want to try and fight back at her?
Yeah, I'm gonna incite shame and feed off the shame.
Okay. So I'll roll for her defense against that, and you should roll your deceit. Whoops. You only have 40F plus 2 for deceit?
40F plus 4.
I got it free.
What was that? Oh, you got
3.
Okay. So you do 2 mental stress to her. But that does not take her out. She's only taken stress damage. So let's see here, next round. Do you want to take the initiative this time? So, it just seems like getting ashamed is just turning her on. at this point.
Yeah, I would like to take the initiative.
Okay.
What are the rules for that?
Oh, so there's not really any turn order in Dresden Files or Fate. It's just whatever order the players feel fit to do it in, unless people disagree, in which case it's actually a roll to see who goes first.
Okay.
Yeah, I just am imagining it as like this psychic battle while we're making out. So like I'm just taking all this confusion and bottling it up and turning it into shame and just pouring it into her.
Okay. Alright, go for it.
Who can overwhelm who with their emotion faster?
Right. Well, so far she's like rolling incredibly well. Wow.
Damn.
Alright, let's see what she can roll. Alright. So you're going to do a moderate hit to her. And she's going to take the aspect of what is happening to me to represent that.
How does a fight end in this case? What, like, ends a fight? If you can just keep taking wounds?
Okay, so you take stress, right?
Yeah,
If
and then you...
any of your stress boxes are filled, you pass out.
Yep.
Or you lose.
Yep.
So, you keep taking consequences to prevent losing.
Correct.
Until you no longer can.
How can you know you can no longer take consequences?
Because you have none left.
Okay, so you can only fill up that area.
Right. So most people only have 4 of them. Now, you can offer a concession if you think you're going to lose. And the other party to the battle can choose to accept that concession.
Okay.
Or you can just try and win. But if you lose, then the consequences of failure are up to the GM to decide. Unless, you don't want to lose, basically. So you could keep fighting her, or you can tell that you're about equal right now, but it's her chance to attack. Do you want to offer a concession, or do you think you can win?
I think Thomas is gonna keep going just purely through ignorance of what's actually happening.
Okay.
Like, all he knows is he feels a mixture of confusion and shame or whatever.
Okay.
But also ecstasy. So he's just like, okay.
Yeah.
This is life.
This is how making out should feel.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay, roll
First
your empathy.
God damn.
Jesus.
I'm rolling like good today. This is bad for you.
I mean, that's only +2. She has an additional +6, makes it hard.
Yeah. She was saving up her aspects from her good rolls earlier.
That makes sense. Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Okay, so you're going to take 10 stress from this attack.
Okay.
So you will be taken out unless you take your extreme consequence. I don't recommend that.
Yeah, no. Thomas just passes out.
Alright.
You don't want any lasting damage from your introductory story.
No! Permanent damage.
Just start the game damage.
Start the game almost dead. So yeah, I'll let you narrate what happens here.
Okay.
She realizes that she's a vampire. And she doesn't kill you, but how far does it go?
Okay, I think it's not so much that he, passes out, so much as just, like, he could loses complete control over himself at all. Like, he just sort of goes into, like, full-on... I don't know how roofies work, but, just, like, the other person has complete control over him, like, mentally and physically and stuff. And so she feeds on him to a point, but, like, she also realizes that he's from the White Court, maybe not a vampire or whatever, so she doesn't, like, kill him in order to avoid political
so she realizes Thomas is a vampire? Okay.
Yeah, like, is afflicted with White Court vampirism, if not a full-on vampire yet.
Okay. And does she tell Thomas about this?
About being a vampire or whatever?
Yeah. I'm going with no.
Yeah, no. My trouble is ignorance is bliss. Thomas will almost probably never learn he's a vampire till he kills someone.
So she's like, she was really close to killing you. So she's like trying to come to grips with what is happening to her. She does not know. And she's like, when you finally come to awareness where you are, she's like, just sitting on her office chair, just having a complete mental breakdown.
So that's what making out feels like?
She just sobs a little bit.
Oh, God. The curse of being a virgin.
Like, it's not supposed to feel that way.
I'm sorry, did I do something wrong?
It looks at you. Yes, it's all your fault.
Makes sense. I don't really have much experience with that sort of thing. Sorry, I'll just I'll just leave. Thanks for the ticket.
Yeah, it's expired now, dude. She's like,
the most socially awkward makeout session ever.
Like, just get out.
Yeah, he just leaves.
Do you even get dressed first?
When did the clothes come off? I missed that part.
Yeah, no, he doesn't even know he lost his clothes because by that point he had knocked out.
Alright, so you leave, and she's alone, and you are oblivious.
Yep.
Alright. I think that's good.
Get home. Oh god, I'm naked.
Do you have a roommate?
Yes.
It's like, gives you a thumbs up as you walk in. Good job.
You didn't die. Congratulations.
Alright. So I did that because after thinking about your character, I realized there's probably a lot of vampires in the same program as you are.
Yeah.
I'd say about 60 to 70% of the other students are also vampires. And I think that the teachers and the other vampires that are running the program kind of want you guys to kill each other and see who is the strongest vampire.
Then the herd kind of mentality, survival of the fittest.
Right.
Yeah. So, like, how many of us actually know we're vampires? Because I'm pretty sure Thomas just doesn't know at all anything about what the supernatural.
I would say almost none of them know. Like, Lily might be the only one at this point.
So it's all about, they want to know whose instincts are the best that'll get them through to the other side.
Right.
Okay.
And it's not clear if Lily has proven that she is a good vampire or that she's a bad vampire. So we'll just have to see what happens with her. Alright. That was fun.
Yep. And now it's Axel's turn, right?
Yeah. Let's do something with
and
Axel.
we finally kind of understand how the rules kind of work in actual application now.
Right. We see how dangerous it really is, because 2 hits and Thomas was already... I could have narrated his death there. That was totally legit. So, this system, it's really great because I feel like conflicts are resolved decisively fast, but there's still a lot of opportunity to push this system in your favor.
Yeah, it's all about how you narrate it.
Yeah. And how much you're willing to pay to win.
That's true. Is it worth the consequences or the pain you're going to have to take to see it through?
Right.
Yeah. Like, I didn't want to concede because it didn't feel like something Thomas would do, solely because he didn't know he was in a fight.
I mean, you're allowed as a player to, like, suggest... So, like, most role-playing games, right? The only way you can interact with the world is through your character.
Mm-hmm.
In this one, the player is allowed to interact with the world. So you could have said, like, the concession is Lily's roommate barges in on them and ruins the mood.
Oh, okay. I didn't know I could do something like that.
Yeah. So just something to keep in mind, like, or even, like, you didn't even need to use a concession for that. Like, if you had an aspect you could invoke, like, let's look at
Or
your
fate
aspects.
points. Don't we like automatically start with a fate point?
Yeah, you start with fate points equal to your refresh.
Okay.
This is why you have the refresh modifier. So, Thomas started with 3 fate points. You think you only used 1 of them?
Yeah.
So you're down to 2. And then at the beginning of next session, if the number of fate points you have is lower than your adjusted refresh, then it becomes your adjusted refresh. So it'll be 3 at the start of next session.
Yes, so might as well use as many as you want this time.
Exactly.
I feel like I could have I feel like I could have used ignorance is bliss then for the concession. But oh well. Like, I don't know if the justification would have worked, but whatever. It's past now.
Right. Also, as you failed, you actually lost the conflict. It's within my duty as GM to give you another consequence, at least moderate level, but I don't want to do that, so we're going to hand wave that this time. But just so you know, you can't just lose a conflict and not suffer any consequence.
You have to take some consequence from losing.
Right.
Okay.
Even if you concede, you have to take some consequence. It's just that you're not dead.
Okay.
Alright. So let's look at Axel. You have any idea for Axel you want to explore?
I was kind of thinking like along my first job or meeting or something, like negotiating that little kind of first interaction and like getting my way into that gang.
So how you first met the gang, or you want to be doing
like
a job for Digger?
Yeah, how I got my like first job for Digger and how we kind of like got that relationship going.
Okay. Well, how do you see that coming to pass? Do you think you invaded their territory?
Yeah, probably. Like I accidentally like spent the night in their area, or like one of their buildings or something.
Okay.
The first time.
Let's go to the map for a second here. I want to add a marker on Thomas's couch.
Where?
Can it like be named after a White Court vampire? Like not one from the Dresden Files, but just one we might make up.
Sure.
Maybe it's like the name of, maybe like White Court lives in houses, right? or whatever.
Yeah, they live in mansions usually because they're filthy rich.
Yeah, they congregate together somewhere.
I mean, like, not houses as in the physical house, but like House Scavis or whatever. Like,
Right,
they
exactly.
have a house name.
Yes.
Maybe the college is like whatever the San Fran house name is, college or whatever. Or that might be a little bit too obvious. I don't know.
I think you are of the dominant faction of White Court vampires.
I assume
so what
it's
would
like
you call your faction?
So, I guess Deducus, since my last name. No, that seems like it would be too obvious even for
then
Thomas.
that would make you
yeah,
like almost royalty. Is that what you want?
Never mind.
No.
I mean, you can't be almost royalty and then also be ignorant of it, can you?
Yes, you can.
Or
yeah, they would. That's possible.
So in the books, right, Thomas is the son of the ruler of the city, basically, and he was ignorant until he killed somebody. Like keeping the children ignorant and
like part of the tradition,
and manipulating them into making their first kill is definitely part of the tradition of the White Court vampires.
Okay, I mean, if you don't want that to happen, then I'm fine with it not being that kind of does sound cool to me, but whatever.
I don't feel
it's up to you.
Let me look at Thomas's aspects.
Yeah.
So you're going to be a lawyer in the future. So you're going to be a lawyer. You're not going to be a ruler of the city. You're going to be a pawn even after. You're tracked by incompetence. And you enjoy being the victim. Yeah, I don't think you're poised to be royalty.
Let's see. I don't know. Some kind of name for the university then. It's usually like Latinate or whatever for White Court house names, right?
Oh, we could use Latin words. But what country do you think you want to be from? What country do you think these vampires dominated first?
Like, can they be from Gaul or whatever? Not, I mean, I know that's France now, but like, specifically pre-French Gaul.
So let me read about the Gauls, because I know nothing about them. Let's see here. A region of Western Europe during the Iron Age that was inhabited by Celtic tribes, encompassing present-day France, Luxembourg, Belgium, most of Switzerland, parts of northern Italy, as well as Netherlands and Germany. Here's some words of places. This word looks like it will be a good word for a court of vampires. What do you think?
Yeah, I like that.
Alright, so I don't know how to pronounce this. Let's find out.
Ratia?
So there are rations?
Google might be able to pronounce it.
Yeah, pronounce this word for me, Google. YouTube does. Alright, how do you do this? What's up?
That's fine.
Okay.
Fine. And
you're going to sleep?
And then stop talking too loud.
Okay. Good night.
Yeah, so like ration. So, like, why do virgins, once they accidentally kill someone, just go along with the people who manipulated them into killing,
You don't
the
really have a
person
choice.
Because
If you're a
at that
revolt,
point,
they don't really let you live.
at that point, you're possessed by a demon, and the demon is making you do terrible things. Eventually, like, the vampires will have the opportunity to reclaim their identity, but that takes a long time.
Okay.
And apparently it's pronounced Risha.
Yeah.
So, that's a good name. So, we want to call this Rishan University? Okay, let's see where I actually want to put this.
Can we get it, like, not in gray so I can see it easier?
Yeah, but maybe. I don't know how this works. University. I don't see any way to change the color of the text. We can put something else down.
What's that big yellow square?
I put that
Kind
there.
of the general area we've been operating in so far.
Alright,
Oh, okay.
let's see here. Here's one. UC Hastings College of Law. Um, okay. That puts you at the north side then.
Okay, I see it.
Alright, so you... What did Keisha... Do you guys remember what Keisha called her Lilith's place?
What's your question?
What did Kelsa name her store?
Oh, I know she named it something.
She made a
It was something like a
location for
pond.
it.
I just don't remember what it's called. Was it in her character sheet?
No, but I found it.
Okay.
Alright. The Inner Sage. So you are... homeless dude Do we want them to have their territory be in the craft?
Probably, because nobody really wants to go there, so the homeless people probably make it their area.
Right.
Yeah.
It'd make the most sense.
Maybe it's in between the university and wherever I live, because I got mugged by him once.
That makes sense. Like in this industrial zone?
Yep, that'd probably make sense.
Okay.
So I guess I live here. Oh crap. One sec.
I'll take care of it.
Around here or something?
I feel like you should live on campus, right?
Yeah, okay. I mean, I might have an apartment. I don't know. I have fair resources, whatever that means.
Do you think you commute?
How big is this area that we're talking about?
It's probably not that big.
Is the scale that the arrows are actually valid, or?
Right, yes.
It is.
I would say...
Yeah, I'd say 1 mile away isn't too bad.
A 1 mile radius? That's a huge part of the city.
I mean, just to have a house within 1 mile of campus.
Sure, right. So you would actually probably live in this green area over here.
Okay.
And then that would make more sense. If they were here, they would have this. So let's see here.
I'm assuming that house at the bottom is Kelsa's shop or whatever?
Yep.
What's the storm thing?
That's the area we talked about where the Wizard and Vampire War destroyed part of the city.
Wait. Oh, okay.
Yeah, hold on a second. I don't know if you guys heard you, but my dad said he was going to sleep, so probably should stop.
Right. Okay, that's fine.
So
we can just...
Yeah. So let's set
we can
this
just
up.
kind of finish these off.
I didn't mean to hog the only prelude or whatever. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
No, you're good. It was just kind of something you get us rolling this week.
Yeah. I wanted to set up some things with your character.
Yeah. He feels a lot more established to me now, at least, so that's nice.
Yeah. I'll worry about that later. I can just go to pin token. Whatever. I don't know why I'm using that token. Yeah, there. That's good. Alright, so let's say, let's just figure out what happened. So you went into the gang territory. Why would they care that you were there at all? There's probably 10,000 people living in this territory.
Yeah, that probably makes no sense.
Is there something your character was doing?
I mean,
something?
Probably not like specifically, because he probably just like got off the boat like a week ago, and he just like ended up in their territory, and he's like some random person inhabiting one of their buildings, not like without asking permission is probably like not a good thing.
So it's like one of their personal buildings, not just a building.
Yeah, probably. I found like one that was unlocked or got into a building that was locked at night, and they like found me the next morning.
All right, that sounds good. Well, I'll think about that, and maybe we'll do a scene of that in the future.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Sorry about that.
You're fine, no worries.
I'll see you guys next week.
Sounds good. See y'all.
Yeah.